What's happening, fam? L.A.R movement still moving. Subscribe or die trying. You see the thumbnail. What disturbs me about this story? So, road rage incident for a lane change happens in L.A., right? Orange County, I believe. And man driving, guy shoots into the car, shoots a 6-year-old in the stomach for road rage. Kid dies. You know, and the cops figure out who it is because of the vehicle in particular, right? And in footage. And the news at first didn't put out the pictures. When they arrested the people, the news didn't put out the pictures. They say the names, didn't get the pictures. And people were, I saw in some of the comment sections, people were like, why don't y'all have these people's pictures up? I guess it got to the point where they got so many complaints, eventually they put the pictures up, thus the pictures you see. What was disturbing is when I was listening to them talk about the story where basically these people killed this kid, saw it on the news, and then got up the next day and went and get sushi. And the cops saw them go get sushi, but they didn't want to arrest them in the sushi place because they didn't want to embarrass them or cause a commotion in this establishment. And I'm thinking to myself, this happens too much, especially with the news and the media, where, and I'm gonna add the Stop Asian Hate thing because there was another video of an Asian guy who shot like a 10-year-old or something in another state because they were playing outside his house or whatever, and he got $10,000 bond. But there's another story in St. Louis about a black man who got killed by other black men over grass. Because they were, landscapers, and dude was like, look, you're doing too much with you're leaving too much grass in my yard or whatever, right? So it's easy to have video of the black guy who dies and the black shooters. But we've always known this about white people because every time, it's a known thing that when white people do stuff, you're not going to see their face on the news. It's just going to be a story. That's the big difference, right? But that also extends to, non-white people as far as Hispanic, Asian. But when you go so far as you basically staking somebody out and you don't want to arrest them in public for murdering a child because you don't want people to be, we don't want people to be offended. And it's like, wait, bro. Basically what you're saying is you are creating a bubble that people who aren't black live in. You're an accessory to making sure this bubble exists, that these people don't do anything. Because nobody could ever get arrested for murdering a child. What about Chicago? And it's like, man, listen. It reminds me of, when you watch television and TV shows, and they have the crime shows, especially the crime shows with the white people, the crime shows with the non-black people, white people, Hispanic people mostly, how easily they could just shoot up something and kill somebody and just go get a donut. Hey, I could just blend in with society. Nobody's gonna know. Nobody's gonna know. How will they know? How will they know? It's like, this is disturbing. And for people to act as though this is not what's going on, it's been going on for a very long time. But the fact that, if I was a black kid, probably, probably wouldn't have saw the faces at all. But it was a Hispanic kid, shot by a Hispanic man. So eventually the faces came out with an Asian woman. And this is the part I was talking about the Stop Asian Hate thing. It's kind of one of those things where, low key, you got the Stop Asian Hate bill that got passed, but at the same time, what you're getting is a backlash in the sense of people are trying to throw out those feelers and those innuendos of this is what Asian people do. This is what Asian people do. I mean, we got to stop Asian hate, but this is what Asian people do. They do this type of stuff. So it went from, trying to, it went from them having a issue in America because of Trump in COVID to now all of a sudden it's all black people attacking them, which is no. But that's the ones we're gonna put out. To now, it's like now they're on TV regularly getting caught up in some mess, and then it's like and they're like, oh, we can go home, just like they getting a Andrew Holsclaw, Peter Liang, long. Well, we don't do stuff. Oh yeah, you do. No, she was an accessory in this, so. But to get up and go get sushi after they didn't seen this kid died and hide the car at a family member's house so you don't get caught and just, hey, let's just go out on a regular day like nothing ever happened. It's like, oh my goodness. But so it disturbs me because the police and the news are in on it. Like, this is a minority and a hardworking immigrant, and we don't want to, and they're walking into a Asian business, and we don't want to scare these people who come eat here. But what? Okay, that's cool. You didn't want to scare the people. You didn't want to raid the joint. All right. So why didn't you just pick them up when they walked out? You know what I'm saying? Why you just didn't? But you know what? It's some BS. And it's going to continue to be BS, but this is America. Like, share, subscribe, or die trying. Catch y'all on the next one. Peace.